Good morning, everybody. We are back at it once again. Oh my goodness. I'm still waking up here. Played Civilization 6 for about 30 minutes to wake up on my campaign, on my military campaign to take over the world. But before we do that, and what we're going to be doing today in this video is I got about 2 hours before I have to have a business meeting, and I have about an hour. I have 2 meetings back to back, business meetings and mentoring. So we got about 2 hours to do what I want to do today, which is build the CRUD app of our next section topic, and which is more like a subcategory, but it's going to look better. And with that, we'll then go and build a schema, connect it to our collection, and all this sort of stuff. We've quite a few things we have to do. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and do a quick shout out to my latest course, which used to be hot and new, but now is a bestseller. Look at that, bestseller, ladies and gentlemen, in its space. That's pretty cool. The 100 front-end interview questions challenge. We've had several people come into the live streams lately and tell me how this has helped them land that job finally. I've been studying for a year and a half, and I took that course, and it let me land that job because I could answer these questions fully and confidently like a professional. So that's what that course is based on. You can get it for just $9.99 in the description below. And if you want to practice some whiteboard problems, 100 algorithms challenge, another great thing to get you up and going to practice that. But let's go ahead and pull our Trello board up. See where we're at. Make sure we're keeping track of things, and we're moving forward. So let's see here. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, to these topic CRUD. All right, let's go and bring this over. I'm gonna mark that as done. I think I did a mobile update. It's not perfect, but all right. So topic CRUD. All right. Oh man. So far so good, eh? And you know what, Code Pop, is there's anything that you're like, you know what, Dylan, I wish you had this in the course, or I wish you had that. Already I've made a couple additions to the course that people wanted. One, they wanted the, while we're talking about this, let's go ahead and launch this stuff. One, they wanted to be able to, they want to know what extensions I was using to display, so I added that video to it. Another, they wanted to, they wanted to know what was the, like, can I get the test repo code? And I added that. So I always try to, sometimes I want to make sure that I'm always giving you guys what it is that you need to be successful and continue on with the course. All right, cool. This is the web app. Let's go into the services. And that's not to say the course is going to get you a job and all you have to do is take the course. No. I'm not one of those snake oil salesmen that's going to tell you you're going to go and become a developer in 30 days. Or let me tell you about the developer who became a dev in 2 days. No. That's not how we roll. I keep it realistic. So when I tell you that this will help you interview, and this will help you understand core concepts much better, then that's going to be what you get. But you're going to, the guy who got a job after a year and a half, he was grinding for a year and a half, and he needed someone to fill in those last few gaps. And for $10, ain't a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? All right. Launch our Postman. All right. We're actually going to need that open, now that I think about it. The repos. We're going to want to remember that giant. If you guys remember, we hard-coded a data object that we mocked into a service. So in our Java shared service, how did I do this? That's our YouTube service. No, I guess I put in the views. So we have category. and at our category services. You'll see here that we have this JavaScript data, and eventually we're gonna swap this out for this, the service that we're writing. All right, cool. And then we have this topic here. You know what? I don't think I ever intended to use this. I think we removed this functionality here. That's one thing. New book. Tab container. I feel like I have the skill, just need to interview better. Excellent. So that's going to be that course is going to kill it for you then. All right, you know what? We didn't add a title and we didn't add a description, did we? All we really did was add a... Let's launch our stuff here. So I think we're going to before we move forward, I think we're going to modify our schema. And someone in the comments below, shout out to them, or the comments on other video said, hey, you put min and max, which is different than what you think it is. And so we're going to have to go back and review that. So we're going to launch one to watch the TypeScript. Mosh, what's going on? I might have some pretty exciting news to drop in a week, next week. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go and fix that command. npm run watch ts, and then open up this other one. And then we need to what's it? npm run watch dash node. All right, cool. Everything's up and running. So before we do that, let's go to our model here, and you'll see all we have is a type associated with it, which type might not even be. Why did I call it type? So I didn't even follow the data structure I was here. This is where I messed up already. So let's just make sure everything's working. Send our request, we get back our response. We send our request, we get back our response. Cool. Category. All right, I like that. So we're calling this title here. Now, Mushi? So we're actually going to change this category. We're just going to break a bunch of stuff. But before we do that, I got to use the little boys room. I'll be right back. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple. When I was doing this, I was just trying to get it to work. But I'm going to change. I think we're going to change this to name. And then we'll add a description field also. And this ID will just be the unique identifier from the database. But that's what we're going to do. All right. Sorry about that. So let's go. What happened to my music? Yo, Boko. All right, cool. So we'll start by deleting this out of our. You see, we get these books. But before we do that, let's in our app change title here to name. Got it. Title. Title might be more accurate, right? I'm just trying to think, because if we get the title, it's already formatted. We don't have to do any of that wonky formatting. Title. Name. Because we're going to have the same general structure for our category topic. Label. Name. I like label. I think label's a good one, so we'll do label. Let's go ahead and find in folder everywhere we use the word title. Okay. Books are fine. All right, let's not change this quite yet, because I don't want to forget. Hey, Aaron. But it's definitely not going to be category. How much we can say for sure. It's redundant and it breaks clean code principles. So like one thing you'll learn about writing, one like major thing is when dealing with classes is you don't necessarily have these redundant names, right? So we either are going with a name, a type, or label. Name? I'm okay with name, but I like label. I think I like label a little bit better. So that's what we're gonna do here. And I think so that should be fine. But now that we've done that, let's just see if we create something new. Say we do a post and we go to the body, make that label, send it. Path label is required. Category path label. It's in there, dog. What are you talking about? Yeah, am I missing something here? It's there. It's right there. I'm looking right at it. Alright, so what happens if I try to post with this? I just do another post. Path label is required. Okay, great. Label required. All right. Let's try fresh real quick. All right, let's, for the sake of argument, put that back to category. Is this is Node and TypeScript, MongoDB / Mongoose. Yeah, I don't understand why that's having an issue. That's okay. Let's start by adding a description. So let's expand our model. We're gonna have a description, and that's going to be of type string, and this will be optional. And we'll have a max length of 200. Yeah, this is where I messed up. This is where the homie in the chat, thank you for that. I wonder if label is some sort of reserved keyword. Is there a default? Alright, cool. So, if we do that, let's go to our, here we have API categories. Just want to do get all. Sweet! So, we have a description that comes back. Very nicely done. And if we wanted to real quick, let's just like pull some, let's just type in JavaScript. How much money do you think Pluralsight pay to buy JavaScript.com? Like, without a doubt, they had a ball out of control for that, right? Because there's just no way that's cheap. Like, they had to throw down some serious cash, right? Because I don't think they just, like, I don't believe that they just bought it out of nowhere. So, okay, so let's go back to our put, which should update. You see our body here. We got ID, category, and let's do description, and here. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm thinking like $250,000. I have no idea. It's just me bullshitting. But like, did it update? Maybe we don't need this, and maybe we don't need this. That might be. Bad string. Oh, I see, because of the comma on the end. Greetings from 5:15 a.m. Hey, the grind never stops, man. All right, it doesn't look like it's updating our description. Let's go see if we can find out why. So, we go to our put. Get out of there. Get out of there. Brackham God, how you doing? I'm solid, dog. Don't worry about me. We out here slaying the game, alright? So let's throw a... Oh, you know what? We weren't able to get our debugger hooked up, were we? Alright, it's gonna add some stuff here. I don't need .NET Core, let's see if this debugger works. Alright, cool. It added launch.json. So let's launch the program, see if it works. I don't know what to do with any of this stuff, man. I want it to be like that. Set it and forget it. Oh, it's still installing packages. Alright, we'll come back to the debugger. I think it's still getting hooked up. Alright. So, let's just see if our body's coming through properly, right? Once we get our debugger going, well, it'll be a little bit easier. We won't have to do all these freaking console logs. Alright, so in our put, we send off an update. And what we're getting here is an undefined. And we console.log. Let's close that. And we console.log body. Why is it coming back undefined? All this crap was working. And why does this ID not exist? What's it? Wait. Oh, this is the have we been editing the response? I think that's what we did. We might have edited the response. Alright. So here we have category. JavaScript. Then we have description. Alright, cool. And then let's just make this JSON. Alright, cool. Now let's send it. So what? So here's something strange. Alright, let's fire this off. Whenever I'm actually pasting anything into the... Oh, this is a get. Let's go back over here. That's where... I was like, this is where it makes more sense. Body is undefined. How come our body is undefined? Let's get by ID. Body is undefined, huh? What happened here? Content type application JSON. Do we need this in quotes? I don't think so. Let's just try this. Maybe it's the spaces? Alright, what happened? Let's try that. Body is still undefined, huh? Alright, oh. Let's take this off for a second, see if something there. No, that wasn't it. Alright, let's try this real quick. Alright. So we stashed all of our changes. Nothing should have changed at this point. Cool. See how there's no description. We should be able to delete something. We should be able to get by an ID. That works just fine. Delete that. Now in our put, we want to change JavaScript to Java sexy. So let's console.log two things. Params. This is what's a trip is I haven't touched this since we live streamed the other day and it's all was working. Alright, cool. Did you enable express.json? You know what? We did do something. Oh, you know what? We did do something. Remember, we were taking care of some of these errors. Use new URL parser. I bet that broke it. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, maybe. You know what? It might have been. I might have broken it. So I might have misunderstood, because what I was doing, you need to add app.useExpress.json. All right. So I did test it out. I didn't go through a full regression test of it, though. All right, all right, boys. Boom, there it is. There it is. Shout out to the Harmony in chat right there, hooking a brother up with the deets. The details, as the kids like to say. All right, cool. Just gonna commit that. The homie letting us know. Yeah, I was mistaken. I thought all I had to do was say use new URL parser, and to me that would say, hey, use the new URL parser set to true. So I guess I wouldn't need to do this because the options are telling us to do it. But shows what I know. All right. Now that we've spent 30 minutes going down that rabbit hole, let's go back to what should have been relatively easily a description. And when we get all, we should get an empty description. Now let's try to, we're just gonna pull some random sentence. Just copy that. All right, close that. Let's go to our put. Here we will have a description. And this will return back this. Actually, better yet, let me actually just take the what I put before. I like that. Alright, so send it. Cool. There we go. Our Git should get it just fine. Excellent. So we have JavaScript. We have a way to update our category, or update the description for our category, which matches our field on a very high level. Let's open up our mockups real quick. So this was our general setup for the CRUD homepage. Alright. I need something that's not going to put me to sleep. Oh my god. Let's go to the... some of you guys asked, like, if what music I listen to. I have this playlist called Get Lit Coding Jams. You're welcome to check it out if you like. Actually, let's move this one down below. Let's play this one. Alright. Cool. All right. So we've done that. We've added description. Excellent. We're not going to be touching this much more. We're not going to be touching this much more. And now we can finally get on to what the task for the day was, which was to create the can't help myself. This is label. All right. We're going to all right, what happens if I go and I try and get all? So that's interesting. It doesn't blow up. No. That's because we have old data, but I bet if we created a new one, let's just test some stuff here. Label is required, do our body. Oh yeah, this isn't working, right? That's why we didn't do it, right? Alright. We'll come back to that. This is happening though. We're changing that name. I don't know why it's blowing up. Alright. Oh shit, that's why it's blowing up. Oh my god, I accepted Java. I put JavaScript instead of JSON. That's exactly why it's blowing up. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ugh. Anyhow, label is going to be what we're going to do for when we want what the display value is going to be. Man. Alright. Description label. Cool. These are our routes for category. What we want to do now is create a new folder here, and we're going to call it topic. And topic, let's call it topic.route.ts. And then we're going to have to create our topic controller. And also going to have to go ahead and create a new file here called topic.model.ts. Now our models may even need to have a version folder as well. We'll see. So let's start by defining our topic, and we can copy a lot of the same stuff that's going to be over here. Just thinking about this for a second. Each one of these is going to be inheriting some base level settings, and I'm not quite sure. Ugh. So like if we were to follow proper object-oriented programming, right? Since they're all gonna have a description and label, we want to be able to pass in a schema definition that they would all be synced up with. I'm trying to think. I think it's fine because it's just these are literally the only two fields, but this will grow over time. And they're different pages, so they're just similar because I want these to be similar to follow a pattern. Oh, I put this in the wrong file. This is the model. All right, let's go. All right, so our topics controller is going to be a little bit more verbose than our category controller. And we can just copy some of this over here. And then we'll gut out pretty much everything but that last one, just so that we can reference it. Comment this out. Delete this. And this will be our topics controller. Okay. So, category, that's our topic model. Just gonna close that. So, before we do anything, let's go ahead and just create a topic. Now the thing about a topic is that it has to have an association, and I haven't done that yet. So how do we make associations? Mongoose associate child with parent. So if I understand correctly, essentially we just are typically going to be passing in. So we'll have this category ID that we'll then set, and we'll even call it category ID. And that will tell us what the associated category is. All right, we'll start there. I think that's fine. There's probably a better way of doing it, but I will be doing a cleanup phase on this, and okay, so it looks like object ID might be a type. That's what I was trying to find out right there. What's it? We'll go with string, and then we'll come back and we'll say this is required. True, and we'll leave it there. Alright, so we'll start here, set this a string, but I do want to, let's go to our Trello board and do a little research. Alright, so here we want to research mongoose schema object ID type. Alright. So here is our category schema as it currently is in its most basic form. It has a description, it has a label. Oh, we did this in the wrong section. Here we go with that. We meant to go to our topic controller. So our topic schema. There you go. Its most basic form is we're creating an association with an ID, which, God, this. Alright. It really bothers me that I can't get to, I get it's of any type, but. Mongoose, why you hate me? Alright, but yeah, so we're make that association. We have our label, description, topic controller. Alright, so we're done with the model. We'll need a route now. It's so funny, man. It's like nothing ever changes. Like yesterday I was teaching April callback functions. Oh, puppies! Oh, it's the puppy. Oh, little lady. Oh, careful. Oh, puppies. Is it a puppy break time? Puppy break time? Oh, puppy break. Gator. Come here, big boy. Come here. Oh, yeah. Come here. Oh, little lady. Oh. Pup 1, pup 2. Puppy break. Puppy break. Ah. Oh. Oh. Gator. Here, I'll get you a water bottle. They want the like. Watch out. Here you go, Gator. They want the empty water bottles to chew on. But yeah, so it's funny that like nothing really changes all that much because like yesterday I was explaining callback functions to April, and which is a fairly advanced topic, especially when you're just learning and like understanding passing a reference to a function. It's really all a callback function is, and trying to explain that to her. And it's just always a very interesting thing when you're trying to get up and go and like, and what she kept on doing was having like one screen with an example like this and another screen on the example like that. And so like this is sort of what I'm saying is like nothing really changes all that much now, does it? Like here we are with our example on one screen and our our other example on the other, right? So router dot use, and then in here our new route will be /topics, and then we'll have the topic routes. So sync up our router, import topic routes from cool. So we synced it up there. What do we want? What will our first router be? Well, let's just say we don't necessarily ever want to just get all the topics, but we do want to get topics by category. And so that's something that we can have access to. So get public get topics by category ID. All right. All right, so save that. Come here, Boise. Boise. Just 1 second, my dog's jacking stuff up. Really? Boise. These dogs gonna be the death of me. All right, come on. Downstairs, go to your mom. Go to mom. Downstairs. All right, that's enough of a puppy break. Let's get back to it. So we have our topic controller, and now we're looking for our We're gonna do something very similar to our category controller. It's gonna take in a response. It's gonna take in a request. So we can copy this over. All right. So now that we've done that, we are going to have our topic schema, right? So we're going to say import topic from model / topic model. All right, so our request. Let's look at some RESTful routes real quick. I think it's just going to be a param like we did any other ID. Yeah. All right. I like this new layout, Google. So if you remember in our category controller, we got category by ID. It's similar here, but we don't want to find it by the ID. We want to find it by a parameter. So we're going to pass in, it's going to be like find, except we're going to pass in the ID here. So here we'll say category, or excuse me, topic dot find and find is going to go and take in a option here. What we want to find is the category ID that matches category params request dot params.id. And then based off that, we will send it / send back to the okay. So one thing that I try not to do is, as I'm working in new technologies, just copying code. And when I sort of try to tutor and mentor April as she's learning to code, I make her write a lot of stuff out on the whiteboard. Part of the idea here is to get this stuff to stick, and it helps a lot when you actually type it out. So the first thing we're going to take in here is our error callback, and then we're going to get it back a response of topics if it's successful. So if there's an error, simply response.send error. Else we want to response.send our topics. Alright, so I think that's probably fine, but first we have to go, now that we've done that, we have to create a, we've sort of created a get all, but we have to do a add new, which in our case here, we're going to pass in the request body. So add new category. That's redundant. Let's go ahead and fix this real quick. So when we're adding a category, by default, it's new. So let's go to our category routes. There we go. All right, so here we'll say add topic. Taking a request. Taking a response. Have nothing being returned. And then we will say is there any reason I prefer callbacks to using async await? So the only reason is async await I like quite a bit. But in this case, what we're doing here is I use async await all the time in applications if I need to. But async await treats code synchronously, and don't get me wrong, that's what we're doing with the callback function. Sorry, we're throwing in here. But I haven't felt the need to make these asynchronous. So, obviously we could probably change this and, this would be a promise of void and whatnot. And then we'd have to wrap it in a try catch to handle, and I'd probably do that all the same. But, I've just been going off documentation, so that's about how it's been going. So, but you're right. There might be something that I might actually change this to use async await later. So, let's take an example here. Category, get all categories. Before we go down the rabbit hole here, because I do like async await. I just haven't set it up. So we have an async. We make this asynchronous. And then we say try. Let's say const response should be equal to category dot find. Paste in that. And that's going to be an asynchronous action, and we're going to await it. Right? And then if that's successful, all we're going to do is say response dot send. Oh, that's a duplicate name. Let's just call this result. or categories would be better. Let me say something like this, and then here we could go ahead and do we want to go ahead and say return categories, or we could catch our error, and then we could say response dot send RE. Alright. And I believe that should do everything that we wanted it to do. Oh, no return, excuse me. Response dot send categories. Alright, let's try this again. So send. There you go. Yeah, so we could use async await here. I actually think that's probably cleaner now looking at it. I just honestly, at first glance, I didn't even think about it, because I'm just trying to get more comfortable in the back end. But having typed it out, typically I like less nesting. Yeah, no, I just forgot. So the response.send always throws me for a loop, because it feels like it's returning something and it's not. It's technically returning something, but not in the traditional sense, right? But no, there's no real reason why I do it. But now that you bring it up, I do like this slightly better. We can update our controllers real quick, because let's just update this real quick. So I do like that. I don't like that. You can also create a middleware handle my errors. So I have a ticket actually in the back end to address that, believe it or not. So about I imagine that there's some sort of form of interceptor we can create. So let's just take a second to update some of this stuff. So that should have the same thing here. Alright, and let's just test that the error is working, because that's the only thing we didn't test so far. So that's a get category by ID. Let's just delete. So that works. Now what if we drop that F? We should get the error. Cast error. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, converted this one. Yeah, so typically speaking, let's talk about why this is better than why async await is better here. In this case, is that you want to avoid nesting your code as much as possible, because it only adds to complexity. It only makes your code harder to read. And so by using async await here, we've actually eliminated one nested layer, and we've separated out our code here, because literally what's going to happen is if there's an error, it's going to hit this, but then it's going to do this. And that doesn't actually even read all that nicely, because what's happening there is essentially blocking it out, and we're never actually expecting this to get hit. But from a logic standpoint, looking at it, if you didn't know what response.send does, it almost feels very similar to some of the issues with the variable hoisting, except the opposite end of the spectrum. But yeah, we want to avoid that nesting, generally speaking, in our code base whenever we can. So we're let's go ahead and change this to async await. That's a good idea. Thank you, Finn Fricon, for saying that. A lot of times as you dive into newer things, sometimes you forget some of the fundamentals. And you're like, oh, this is just how you do it. And then you're like, oh, well, no, it's just JavaScript. So why aren't you using async await to clean this up with the try catch? Now, I did type this out to be more purdy, but I don't want it to I don't want it to wrap, so I'm gonna shorten it. Add some status codes between your error responses and good responses. Just add status before send. Thank you. I think I remember to do that for one of these. Yeah, like if we've got an error here, I didn't get it as 404. So that one thing we did. Yeah, I started doing it here. Let me clean that up. So I think by default it's a 200 success, right? So like, but that's okay. I know what I did. I know why I didn't do this. So I have a backlog ticket to discuss how to find out what the error status code is, right? So let's go back to like here, because I don't really know what the error status code is going to be. So like, that's what it was. I was going to define a more verbose status code system and message system. All right, let's before we dive into that next part of creating a more verbose system here, let's actually just move this over. So actually that shouldn't need to be in the try catch. Category.save. Well, there. Really wanted to catch that, didn't we, team? goodness. All right. I think my category controller's blowing up. What does shadow named variable even mean? Is there a bracket somewhere? Whatever. Alright, so this is going to be request. This is going to be res. REQ. Alright, so here we have delete one slightly different. So this will be asynchronous as well. Alright, so what do we want to try? Well, const category is equal to our category dot delete one. And we're going to pass in this data. If that's successful, we just want to respond category. God, I almost want to just create a wrapper function for some of this stuff. Alright, so now we've done that. Oh, we want to do more than that, actually. We want to do this. And we don't actually even want to store that response. So we want to delete it, and if that's successful, we want to create our successful delete message, and then we want to send our response. If it's not, we just want to send this. Delete one, successful, send status, or else catch it. Okay. I don't know what the hell. Oh, I see. We accidentally imported something from here. There we go. I was like, I don't know what this thing's blowing up for. All right, almost done with our refactoring here. Really wish it stopped doing that. Enterprise ID body new. I just want to let everyone know that MongoDB is amazing, isn't it? People who can't do APIs in like MongoDB and Mongoose and like Express, like it's so easy, right? I do primarily front end. I'm picking up like nobody's business. Almost forgot that await, dog. All right, cool. So We do need to make more. Someone did make a good point about making more verbose status codes. I want to do. I think on the Trello board I have something. Make more verbose error message handling. So that's going to be talking there, and we'll put and status codes just to elaborate. But I want to define a system and look at how that's handled. That's sort of stuff I like to do off stream, because it's really just a lot of reading blog articles and books, and it's not always the most fun and impressive content. All right, cool. Everything still builds. Let's do a little commit here. All right. So we want to do add topic. That's what we're doing here. So we got our add category. So const topic. I'll comment that one out because that one's. I don't. What is actually adding that on? It's gotta be one of my extensions. That's auto tag closer. Install. It's gotta be that. So I am using Emmet for my code for the most part. There's just not. I use it in HTML mainly more than anything else. I mean, what is it that you only type try catch? Is that better? What do I think about not necessarily defining return types for those routes? I personally like, so here's my thought process with that, is that why do we use TypeScript? We use TypeScript to assign types and treat JavaScript in a more static way rather than a dynamic way. And assigning parameter types, assigning variable types, object types, and assigning return types are all part of that. And thus we treat it as a much more strict, like for instance, say I didn't have promise of void here, and I caught an error where it was like, okay, cool, maybe I didn't have async on here or something, and I'm like, what's going on? All these sorts of things add up, and you change this logic, what the return type should be as well should change. And so it prevents those little things. Some people hate return types. I don't understand the hate on return types. I get kind of here because it's like void, we're not really returning anything. But I don't know, man. I've always been very for it. Ever since I've used TypeScript, people don't like it though. And then here, so pass in the request body. Alright, so we create that. And this can actually be outside here. I mean, I can't speak to if TypeScript or MongoDB is fragile or not compared to Python or PHP, because I don't work in those languages. All right, so we should be able to add a topic now. Let's go to our topic route, and it's going to be literally almost identical. It's going to be identical to this, except we're going to have a different controller, where we are going to make that a post. This will be our category. How do we just create a new control? All right. I think I actually exported topic controller, right? Yeah, I got it. So just we'll let the IDE do the heavy lifting for us. Const topic controller equals new topic. Let's go ahead and make this a single. This should be a single. Save it. Let's go to topic controller, take off this S. What is the best certification to impress employers? It all depends. If I was going to recommend one, it would probably be an Agile cert. Something that you can get relatively quickly, and something that a lot of employers are looking for. Something probably in Scrum. You can go scrum.org or Scrum Alliance to check that out. My goodness. All right. Get up here. Come on, Tito. All right. So, all right. I want to make sure I get this topic. We were able to do a post, so that's fine. This looks good. Go ahead and close that. Then we do topic controller dot add topic. Let's get this in the right location. Controllers slash topic slash hey Tito. Can an express on Node.js just crash on server and require automatic or manual restart? I don't know. I'd imagine that. I would like to hope so, that you could probably do an automatic restart. As long as you set it up, right? Alright. I don't even put that in there. It's obvious what this is. Alright, so we create our routes. That's that. Cannot overwrite model once category model once compiled. Topic route, category route, video route. Let's just see what's going on here. Alright, let's read this there. Alright. Sorry, Tito. I gotta focus. Sorry, kitty. Alright, let's see if it was this. No, it wasn't that. Let's see if it was registering the routes. It was that. Huh. Okay. Hey, big boy. Huh, so something with how we have our route set up right here is causing it to blow up. I'm not quite sure what. Everything seems to be in order in our app. Server TS, we're at our V1 routes. V1 routes has a category route, topic route. Category route has whatever it's doing. Topic route. Oh, here we go. How you doing, big boy? Come here. Get up here. Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, why are you so wet? Why are you so wet? You outside? Alright, there we go. Solved it. A little bit of when the danger is copying code, man. Alright, cool, everything's working. We debugged it. Leave it. Okay, Gator. All right. I just want to do a proper post here. Let's create a new collection. Let's see how it is. Create collection name. Call it video dev docs. Create it, and in video dev docs. Let's go ahead and add a request here. Request name, topic, create. So, in our topic create, just trying to get a little bit more organized here, we will be able to do a post that will be very similar to this. Except this will be topics. And then our body, your JSON. And this is going to take in a few things. We will have a description. This will be a description. And we will have a label. We'll say that this is what do we want to call it? We'll just say arrays. And then we will have a category ID. And this will be matching our Java sexy ID here. Pass that in. And if we set this all up right, and I think we did. Gator, leave it. Stop. I've already given you 3 water bottles. And we send it. Bam! Our category ID I raised and the custom ID that's associated with it. But cool, so alright, so now that we've done that, we can say that our add topic works. Sort of where you want to start a lot of times. A VS Code extension? Nice. I'll definitely take a look at it then. But I think that's a good place to stop. I have a meeting in about 25 minutes. So let's go ahead and commit that. Git stage. Git commit -m. Fixed compile issue. Technically fixed schema issue. And add topic route. So didn't get as much done as we wanted, but we did do something really good, which is write cleaner code in this live stream and understand how we can use async await to accomplish that. Clean up our logic a little bit, and we've defined our topic route. We've defined our topic model. We've defined our topic controller, the post method. In the next video, which I might do today, we'll see. I'm going to create a delete. I'm going to create a put. I'm going to create a get all topics by category ID, and then I'm also going to define a get topic by ID. So we have about 5 or 6 more calls we have to do with topics. So that's what we're going to be doing. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We've been going about an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to take about a 20-minute break before I have this business meeting. And then I appreciate you guys. And if you haven't checked out any of my courses, you can get them for just $9.99 in the description below, such as the 100 algorithm challenge or the 100 front-end interview technical question challenge, which you can help you prep for those front-end interviews. Use the links or coupon code CodeandGod. See you guys next time. Bye.